Tourists from Canada and Europe flock to Cuba's beaches for sun, sand and sports. The resorts certainly aren't overcrowded yet. But that could soon change. If the US lifts its trade embargo, 2 million Americans a year are expected to visit. And they'll want to do more than just sunbathe. Operators of boat tours and theme parks expect business to boom. The Cuban government is counting on the revenue. So its tourism ministry has ordered this climbing tower from Germany. Heinz Tretter from Upper Bavaria plans and builds climbing structures like this for clients around the globe. This is the first time he's worked in Cuba.
It's also a reference for us. Foreign countries always worry that our company is too small and wonder if we have what it takes. But if you can make it in Cuba, you can make it anywhere. There are a lot of challenges to working here.
Tretter has brought along all the parts he'll need to assemble the tower from Bavaria. The commission is worth more than €1.5 million. But he has to meet a deadline set by the Cuban Tourism Ministry, as the tower must be ready for the opening of a new hotel complex. Cuba's Minister of Tourism, Manuel Marrero, has invited German business people to this private reception. German firms are still only minor players in Cuba, but that may be set to change.
We need German companies in this new phase of our economic development. Examples of important areas where they can make a contribution include the construction of hotels and new tourist attractions like golf courses.
American cars from the 1950s, known as Yank tanks, are still a common sight on Cuban roads. In many places, time seems to have stood still. Investment in new buildings and roads is sorely needed. Pretty much the country's entire infrastructure needs updating. But that hasn't put tourists off. Some 3 million flock to Cuba each year. Old Havana is currently being renovated. Hotel group Kempinski plans to turn this old building into a 5-star hotel. 55 years of a US-imposed trade embargo have left their mark. Much more renovation is needed, and the government wants investors for prestigious building projects. At a ribbon-cutting ceremony, the tourism minister opens a new hotel with 600 rooms. It's operated by Spanish chain Meliá, which runs 26 other properties on Cuba.
We're open for tourists from around the world. If the U.S. trade embargo were lifted, we would welcome more visitors from North America. And we could finally compete on a level playing field with other vacation destinations in the Caribbean.
The government is seeking foreign business partners for 53 investment projects. But Cuba still has a centrally planned economy, and there's a lot of bureaucracy involved. Still, a German bank was willing to finance the climbing tower. The project's backers expect to see a return on their investment within 4 years. Last-minute preparations for the unveiling this evening. The crew are busy making final touches right up to the deadline. It's taken just 8 weeks, from the signing of the contract to the completion. And they've made it. The guests start to arrive, including the tourism minister. Heinz Tretter is pleased, but to make things easier next time, he has one wish.
My own crane, a good one. I'd ship it over even if it cost the earth. It'd be worth it.
And it wouldn't sit idle for long. The Cuban Tourism Ministry plans to order 4 more of the climbing towers from Germany.